Hi guys, my name is Gavin, and this will be a tutorial on how to save game info associated with the player's position. This will be just like my other save game tutorial, so I'm just getting started. So just like that last tutorial I did, in the middle of our screen, let's right click and create a folder to save all our files in. So create a folder, and we'll call this saving player positioning, or something like that. Positioning Blender. I know I spelled that wrong, but that'll be okay for now. Alright, next what we're going to do is we're going to open up Blender, and what we're going to do right off the bat is essentially just save it to that folder we just created. Go to our desktop and do it to the save player positioning folder like this, and we'll just call this like Blender project or something like that. Okay, now that we got this up, what we're going to do is go from defaults to game logic and go from Blender render to Blender game, like that. And actually, let's do one thing in that folder really quick. In this folder that we just created, right click, put new, and let's add a text document, like that. And let's name it to player position, like that. Alright, now that we got that up, let's go back into Blender. And on our cube right here, with it selected, let's drag this out, like this, and let's do text, create text block. Alright, now at the top of our script, what we're going to do first is import the BGE. So import BGE, like that. Then let's import the logic from the BGE. So from BGE, import logic, like that. Now what we're going to do is we need to make it so that we can actually interact with text files outside of our Blender file. Let's do path is going to equal logic.expand path. Just like this. Alright, and just like that last video, let's define two different functions, a load and a save. So let's do define save that. Inside our save function, we're going to have const is going to equal bg.logic.getCurrentController, like that, and do own is going to equal cont.owner. And what we're going to do now is actually, we're only going to save one variable at a time. And right now we're just going to, for the info that we're going to save, it's just going to be the player's x-axis. So what we're going to do is do position is going to equal an integer of own.position.x. So now that we've got this up, this is essentially going to save the position of the x-axis position of our object. What we're going to do now is actually we're going to actually make it so that we can add this number, the position variable, into our notepad document. So let's do file is going to equal open path, and we want the path to be to player position.txt. So essentially that text file, and we want to actually edit it, so let's make it writable, like that. And let's do file.write, and let's put a string version of position. So now that we've added the string into our position like that, what we're going to do now is on our cube, let's add a sensor keyboard. Let's put save as the name, click tap, and put S key, like that. Next what we're going to do is add a controller Python right here, change it from script to module, and connect this. Now on the script out here, let's change it from text to player, saved player, sorry, I'm kind of screwing that up for some reason. Let's put .py at the end of that. And inside of our module, we want it to run the save function, so let's do saved player.save, like that. So, if we were to hit P to play now and hit S a couple of times, we go back into our notepad document, the player position, we're going to see a 0 right here, and that's because our player's x-axis is on the 0. But if we drag it just off to the right, hit play, and hit S, we'll see that if we open up that notepad document again, it's going to be at 10, which means it did save the variable correctly. Alright, I'm just going to delete this other one too, or exit out of it, sorry. Alright, now we want to actually make it so that we can load the function, or the player position info. So let's define load, like that. And just like our top variable, let's do const is going to equal bg.logic.gets_current controller, like that. Do own is going to equal const.owner. Alright. Oh, actually, I forgot to mention, I have this script down here for you guys as well. It's just the script that we're using for this. And just like the top parts, the save one, we need to be able to actually open up the text file to get information from it. So let's do file is going to equal open path. We want to open up the player position.txt, but we don't want to actually edit it. We just want to get information from it. We're going to make it readable like that. Alright, then what we're going to do is have a line variable, and that's just going to be whatever it is we're just going to have file.read line. And line is lowercase. All the numbers are lowercase, or all the letters, sorry. Like that. Now what we're going to do is actually have saved position is going to equal this variable that we just created, the saved position variable, is going to equal an integer of line. So if we actually print line to the console like this, we should see that actually we need to be able to call it first. Let's add a sensor keyboard, name it as load, tap, and let's put L. Add a Python controller, change it from scripts to module. Let's name it as saved player dot load. So we're gonna load. That's just gonna call the load function. If we hit play and hit L, we see it prints 10 to the console over here. So we see that is what it's reading right here. So it's reading a line, then it's printing it. And then it's saving the saved position variable as an integer of this. Now what we're going to do later, or not later, what we're going to do now is have own.position.x is going to equal saved position, like that. So if we were to drag this all the way towards the left and hit play, if we hit L, we see it's going to jump all the way back to the other side because it's grabbed that x value that was at 10 and it's replacing it with this. But if we hit S to save this one, so we saved it, and drag the cube over here and hit L, and hit P and then hit L, we see it goes back to the other one, the -21, that now has that variable saved. Alright guys, that's all I have for now. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. But for the time being, thanks for watching and have a good day. Alright, I'm just going to leave the script open for one more second.